I would like to invite the next speaker and the next presentation, Timur Gafitulin, and his presentation is called The Law of Completeness for Social-Techno Systems on the example of commercial company organizational structure. Please, Timur, the screen is yours.
Hello, colleagues. Do you hear me and see my presentation clearly?
Not yet, but we are waiting. Oh, it disappeared.
Disappeared.
Yeah.
One more try. And now?
It says that it has started screen sharing, but
it doesn't.
But it doesn't. Yes, now it is.
This way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, first of all, I want to say thank you for Valery. He does a great job to collect us together, raising interesting themes and making this conference. I think my message will be interesting for this audience. A few words about me. Valery said about TRIZ pedagogic in Soviet Union, and I'm maybe one of the first graduates of the TRIZ pedagogic. My first meeting with TRIZ was in 1986 when I was 8 years old, because my father was Marat Semyonovich Gafitulin, was an inventor and student of Altschuler and ex-president of International TRIZ Association. So I studied TRIZ from the school years, and every step in my life was with the TRIZ. My first education is psychologist. I'm a psychologist, and all my life I'm tried to adapt TRIZ, which almost the material technique to the social and humanitarian techniques area. So now I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a founder and CEO of Coach Media Agency, and we developed a lot of multimedia courses for corporates, for the big Russian corporates. And also I'm a PhD student of the Institute of Philosophy, and my area is a philosophy of technology. And today I want to describe you my issue, the experience of using the law of completeness to solve inventive tasks in the field of social technical systems. This is a little bit theoretical issue, but I think it will be interesting for you. So the main subjects is a morphology of technique, inventive possibilities, morphology of social technical systems, the main flows, and the experience in using the law of completeness. Let's start with a little describing invention ways in TRIZ. We know the 4 basic ways of invention. We can invent through the ideality. We can imagine ideal system, and if it's possible, just realize it from ideal final results to the invention. The next way is the resolution of the contradiction. We can solve the contradiction and make an invention. So we have a lot of standards to make an invention, but today the subject of our interest is a functional morphology of the technique. This is the little bit unpopular way, but very interesting and breathtaking, because you know the revolution which made Darwin in biology. the theory of evolution and the region of species. So I know a lot of researchers, they dream about something similar in the world of technique. If we know what is the next step of evolution of the specific technological area, we can predict, we can transform technique according to the evolution laws. So the morphology way of technique is very, very interesting. So let's see the classical complete system of the law. We know there is a control unit, engine, transmission, and working unit according to Alschutter. This is this scheme is right for the material and mechanic technique, especially for the machines when we move something. So and also we know the extended contour of this law. We also have energy source, and we have product at the end. So we have a morphological structure of the technique. It's very, very important that there is a functions inside. It's not a part of the techniques like a handle or unit. It's the functional units. Let's see the example, the drill machine. So we can find every part. So we have energy source, we have engine, we have transmission, we have working unit, we have product. Of course, we have control units. So we can switch it on and off. We can change direction. We can change the speed of wheeling. And we can find working ideas and trends for each part of the complete systems. And this is a very important point. This is critically important to define the functional parts proper way. Because if we make a wrong choice, we will have a mistake. So it's very important. And we can, through the morphological approach to the functional structure of technique, we can open inventive possibilities with the law of completeness. For example, we can start a successful transfer. And the successful transfer is possible only if parts of the complete system are accurately identified. For example, we have a car, driving car, and we have a drill machine. Functionally, they are very similar, and we can see during the evolution of the technique that the ideas for transmissions originally born in the automotive industry in cars migrate to the handling drills. For example, multi-speed transmission first appears in the car and after to the handling drills. Reverse transmission, automatic transmission, not yet. I didn't see that the drilling machine with the automatic transmission. It's a future inventions. And also, you know, there is the drilling machine with an impact effect. If you need to beat the wall, you push the button and making a impact effect. So we can transfer this effect from the drilling machine to the car. For example, if off-road car stucks into the dirt, we can turn it on making an impact effect and move out through doors. So this is a morphological way of invention, but we need clearly identify the proper functional part. If it's transmission, it's transmission. It's not engine. It's not the energy source. It's not the working unit. So be sharp here. For example, if we tried to make multi-speed energy source, it's a little bit it's a exercise in focused object method. It's not an easy way to invent. Or reverse product. We need to dig into it to find the sense. Or automatic engine, impact effect control unit. So it's a mistake. So for me, the meaning, the theoretical meaning of the law of completeness is to identify the proper part of the system. What for? To transfer ideas, to transfer trends. For example, if we can see that the energy source, the battery in the drilling machine is unpartable, so you can move it out, so and change it in a quick way. So we know that there is an idea, the same idea for the cars. For saving time for charging, you don't need to leave a car. Just open a cartridge, put out the battery and low battery, and put the new one instead. So this way of invention is possible only if we identify the parts very sharp. And this is like a preparation for my main message, and I also ask questions about social technical systems, not the machines, not the material techniques, about social technical systems, for example, like organization or company, because every department, every division, it's a technical system. Even person, even human, working human, it's not a living object. In the big company, it's a part of machine. So I think we can use the laws of technology to describe the role of this person, and this is very interesting for me, because we making courses, we make instructions, and we need to navigate people in the big and very big companies. 100,000 of workers, and so we need any laws to describe how this huge organizations is working. So, and the law of completeness would be very helpful in this situation, but there is a big questions. Where is energy source? Where is an engine? Where is an in commercial firm? So this is the next part of my message, the morphology of social technical systems, from the organizational structure to the functional one. Now we know the organizational structure. Everyone see it. We have chief executive officer, marketing officer, technical officer, and so on, financial officer. So this is in Russia we call it spider. Spider. So spider on the legs. So huge organizations. Every department is a spider on the legs. But it's not a very useful structure, because it describes the hierarchy, but it describes the flows. So we need to transform this diagram into the flow diagram, which starts from the black box technique. And it's not easy. If you ever tried it, it's not easy, because you can describe as a black box every department, every role, every person, every job title, every position, and you can describe input and output, but you will get a puzzle, and you need to connect in proper way these boxes to describe a whole organization. Oh, and I started to solve this task with a trying to describe like a machine. So in machine we have energy, and on the input, and movement on the output, and the machine, we need a machine to get a movement, and what we can see in commercial company. I think this is a way to start describing a structure, functional structure, and this is a way. The first step should be to describe the flows, the streams. We can see in every firm, even a little small business, that there are suppliers that give resources, and the company convert these resources into the product, goods or services, and gives it to the customers. But the company doesn't do it for free. Company get money. They would get money for this products, and the purpose of a commercial company is the regular exchange of value created for money. Always changes. We can often to hear the dispute about what is the goal of commercial company. It's a money or it's a product. If we claim money as a goal, nobody wants to work with us, because who wants to work with guys who wants money. But if we don't get money, we don't have media to live. We can die without money. We need to buy resources. So and if we concentrate on product, and customers will be satisfied, but we don't have money, it's disaster. We cannot live. So no money, no product is not a goal. The goal is a regular exchange. So but the money and product, they formed the two basic streams in our commercial company. We can see the money stream from the customers to the employees, to the management, to the stakeholders, to the suppliers, and we can see a value stream from the suppliers. Often, if we have just regular production, this is the parts, components, materials, energy source, combines to the product. In the service firms, a little bit difference, but it's another theme. So, and we have two basic parts of functional structure of the commercial firm. It's administration. The administration controls the cash flow, and production controls the material flow. And it seems that these two divisions define the basic structure of a commercial firm, of any firm. But in fact, there is another important department because we need to provide a balance between the opposing interests of administration and production, between buyers and sellers. And in commercial firm, this is a commercial or marketing department which connect buying department with suppliers and selling department, and the marketing and advertising is in the middle. And there is a three basic part from my point of view for any commercial firm. This is administration, management, commercial, marketing, production, operations departments. It's an internal contour, and this is an external contour. We added suppliers, and we add product, goods or services. So, and as we remember, two streams, the money streams and the value of product streams, they define the structure. As in the machines, the stream of the energy from the energy source converted in engine, passed through the transmission to the working unit. In the basic, it's a streams. I'm sure that the streams, they define the structural elements. If we have a look on our body, we have a lot of systems. And for example, digestive systems, blood systems. So in every system we have streams, we have flows. This scheme is very helpful. For example, for me, helps me to solve the following tasks. For example, definition of functions and main indicators of divisions. So if we know input, if we know output, we can measure it, and we can define its function. It's not easy if we think about marketing department about something like cloud. Very difficult. The second task is the organizational design. For example, you need to draw a structure, not a hierarchical structure, but functional structure of the unit, of the business unit, of the division or department. So you need a tool. Next task is a reasonable delineation of the areas of responsibility of divisions, where ends one area and starts another area. Development of job descriptions. It's also very important. Development of training courses for employees and managers. When I was a program director in a business school, I need to build the schedule. I need to define the content of the education for managers, and this scheme was very helpful for it. So in the end of my message, we discussed morphology of the technique. I hope I could explain you my view, the importance of the theoretical knowledge for the inventions through the morphology. We saw invention possibilities of the law of completeness. It's a very interesting law, and I think we saw in Altschuler's works only the start, the parts of the mechanical systems, but the next steps is a structure of, for example, optical systems, of the worm systems. We have now a lot of technologies, biotechnologies, informational technologies. And to find in the every area the similar basic functional structure opens a lot of invention possibilities. I hope I can show you, I could show you morphology of social technical systems and move from the organizational structure to the functional one. We saw the main flows and structural elements and a little bit experience in using the law of completeness in organizational design and business education. That's all for today. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Timur, for a very interesting presentation. And you've probably seen my definition.
Yes, of course.
And actually, it's very similar to yours. And to others, there was a first slide or a second slide in a presentation of Anton Kazimaka, which showed my definition of system completeness for a business system. The only thing that I removed there, which is different with yours, that I removed there marketing, because there are companies which are established without marketing at all. Like a company established to deliver some government order. They don't need marketing. They just get money for a couple of years and they don't need to market it. But they still are a commercial company. That's why when in my first model of a business system, there was marketing, and then I removed it because it is a minimal system. Yeah. So minimal system can survive very well without marketing. Second question, why did you remove money flow?
I didn't. It is through the administration.
Through the administration.
Yes,
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Yes. And about government companies without marketing, yeah. I think it's a pseudo commercial companies.
Well, it is just
they don't need to find customers.
Yeah, their customer is government.
Yes, yes. This is a company of one customer, so it's not proper the commercial.
But you know, in the automotive industry, there are suppliers, especially founded by the top company, by the mother company, because they need something, but they don't want to produce it themselves. So they establish a company which will supply them with certain supplies, but they don't need to market because the company was established by mother company. It is fully profitable company, fully commercial company.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. But actually, I think this company is in internal control of the biggest of the bigger firm. So this is actually this is a part of it. It's not a free market player.
Well, they are 100% free. I mean, officially. Officially, yeah, but definitely it's not. It's not what you mean with that.
I had a very interesting conversation with my customer about the organizational design. He's the owner of a big holding, so, and he said, Timur, I need I need a switch switch
Okay.
between is it two models of my structure. So one is a free economic free market economy.
By the
So
way, you mentioned a very good word. Holding.
yes, and the second position is a military communism.
Yes, yes. By the way, you mentioned a very good name, which is Holden. Yeah, Holden is created as a mother company to keep intellectual property, but it doesn't need to advertise anything. It's also a separate company, completely separate. It's separated from its participants, because if the participant go bankrupt, then Holding remains and holds the intellectual property.
Yes,
which is very important.
yes. I think it's a real model. Two regimes.
Yeah.
When the head company have a big order from the market, the big order. For example, ship company. They have a order for example, 5 huge ships.
Yeah.
So, and the CEO tells to the suppliers, so just became a thin producers.
Yeah.
Make a parts without a profit. give me parts for
basically just... they create profit for themselves. They are profitable companies, but they don't need to advertise.
Yes. But if the head company has no big order, they
have no choice. They do not survive.
They say survive on your own risk. Find the orders. Find the orders.
Definitely.
Find the customers.
Do not do marketing. They don't market. They don't survive. That's clear. Okay, there is a question from Bin Khan. How do you consider logistics in your social techno system?
Yes, very interesting question, because in this message, in this presentation, I didn't make units inside the big ones, but here in production we have different kinds of logistics. We have logistic of the materials, of the parts. This is logistic from the suppliers to the production. We have logistic inside the productions. It's like semi-fabricates, semi-ready products, and we have logistics here between the production and the customers, between dealers. We have logistic between commercial and production. Somewhere here we have logistics. There is good questions. Yes.
Hans-Gerd Grabe asks, what's the relation to the ISO 9000 process model?
I didn't compare. It's a good idea to compare it, but I didn't do it yet.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, more questions?
If I can make a comment, a short one, maybe.
Of course.
And thank you for the possibility of being here. What I would like to add is that maybe we can shift your discussion about the marketing presence in the whole scheme to the level of generating or constituting the aims of our activities. And when it comes to this area of modeling, we already developed some theories related to cybernetics and the theory of action in some other fields that suggested that there is a part of the system in charge of generating the general aims or general purposes of our activities that may be called an operational subsystem or an operational system. Therefore, or in this context, we can mount that part to your model inside And then there will be probably no problem whether we have marketing and sales department in reality or not. But there is somebody that is deciding at this level of organization what we are going to do right now and in the future. So maybe such ontological or philosophical change in the terms that we apply may allow us to develop that forward. Maybe we will be able to consider it that way from the other perspective, maybe a little other perspective. And by the way, in cybernetics, based on the most fundamental laws of steering or control theory, similar models were already developed when it comes to analysis of the flows, like the potential flows, and we call that, for example, utility flow between the systems, and of course with the division to the control part of the system and the realizational part of the system, all supported with the proper information flow. So maybe that's the area also to compare the approaches to be able to develop them, for example, for the needs of the business trees. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Timur. You want to answer? Or to
Yes, I try. I actually I tried to mark the goal of the system is it's a regular exchange product, goods or services for money, and the commercial department or marketing department is the heart of the commercial company, I think, is because their goal is to provide a regular exchange. So they can making a huge sale and sell all the products without profit, but in this case will not money to survive or develop the company. And on the other hand, we need good resources, good products from suppliers for a cheap price to make a good product. This is also marketing. I think from my point of view, this is like a balancing mechanism in the market, in the open market, not like Valery said, the government company. In the open market company, marketing should find possibilities for regular profitable exchange. So this is a goal, and this is a two basic flows. I don't know if I answered the question or not.
Yeah, I would like to add to Maximilian. You see, any company is there to provide extra value, right? Taken from suppliers, provide extra value and deliver to customers.
Exactly.
If you take, now let's say, production company, it changes something in a product. But there are different type of companies like banks or shops, the local shop which sells the shoes. I've seen several cybernetics attempts to model business companies with the cybernetics approach. And however, value is absolutely not clear how to model within the cybernetics terms. On one hand, it's information, but it's not information.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
You see what I want to say?
Mm-hmm. I think so. For several years already, I have the problem with the utility term or concept of cybernetics. That's not clear for me from the very beginning, contact with cybernetics approaches. So I think that I understand your explanation and the answer. That's right. But still, I believe that some concepts may be applied. I do not want to disagree with you. It's clear for me that we may apply different concepts, but still I think that maybe some rules, general rules of control may be helpful in this area. That's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, maybe, but I need to look in the more deeply into that areas because
That's right.
too far from academy now.
Thank you
Okay.
very much for the answers.
Okay. Maximilian, nice to hear you. Thank you.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions to Timur? No questions. Timur gave best greetings to your father.
Thank you. I'll pass.
How is it? How he is now? Still working?
Yeah, still working. He developed new arrays named carp.
Yeah, I heard the presentation. He was doing it.
Yes.
I will look at it. I will look.
Very powerful tool.
Amazing. Okay, so thank you very much.